Well, this is very exciting. I'm bringing all of these amazing women that lead the VERSEverse. For those of you that are not aware of the VERSEverse, they were part of NFT.NYC last year.
Well, this is very exciting.
The joys of live broadcasting. They were with us last year at NFT.NYC, and they've done some amazing things with poetry NFTs. Anna, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about the VERSEverse? And thank you so much for being a part of NFT.NYC again this year.
Thank you. This is really exciting to be able to share our vision with the world. We're grateful to NFT.NYC for this platform. My name is Ana Maria Caballero. I am a Colombian US poet. I've published books of poetry in Spanish and English, and I'd always felt the life of a published poem was too quiet and too short, and that it deserved a lot more celebration and joy and connection with new audiences that are living digitally. And NFTs provide a really exciting way of transporting and connecting poetry with people who, the truth is, are living online or living virtually, and are hungry for poetry and for more beauty in their lives. I mean, who isn't? So the VERSEverse was created with the idea of presenting poetry as a work of art, of elevating poetry, of giving it a seat at the art table, because the way that we consume digital art is the same way that we consume and experience a digital poem. So when we connect these new audiences to poetry, there really is no difference in the way that they are seeing a digital artwork. And we're really working hard on onboarding traditional poets who have no experience in the crypto space, pairing them with crypto native artists, and creating really beautiful, immersive spoken word works of art at the VERSEverse. So we're a gallery, but beyond that, we're also, we consider ourselves a collective, a movement, a new way of thinking, enabled by blockchain technology, which affords poetry a transactability that it never had.
Well, not only are you part of leading this group, but you yourself are a great poet. And I think it's important that poets, as artists and creators, feel like they do have a seat at the table. And it's because of collectives like yours that maybe there's new opportunities. Sasha, could you share a bit about the tech, maybe the AI behind what makes this work? Because I think a lot of the poets feel like they bring that to the table, and collectors, they want to collect NFTs, but there's, of course, the medium that automates this process so it works. Please share with us.
Yeah, of course. And thank you. I wanted to thank you as well for having us today. This is really lovely. Well, my name is Sasha. In addition to being a poet, I'm also an AI researcher. So I actually do quite a lot of work with artificial intelligence. I've been working with, with humanoid robots and disembodied neural nets and large language models and all kinds of AI-powered tools that enable various kinds of linguistic exploration and experimentation for quite a while now. I also do, quite a lot of work with various digital tools to kind of visualize and animate poetry in different ways. And so, really feel like the blockchain is a really wonderful venue for these kinds of experimentations. And it's been wonderful to kind of land here and to join forces with everybody at the VERSEverse to really get to play with these tools in different ways. So one of the things that we're really invested in at the VERSEverse that we really are excited by on a personal level is looking at how various technological tools can really help us push the limits of language and figure out new ways to sort of unlock poetic creativity and, really just sort of rethink what a poem is, what poems can be. Is a poem something that is, purely confined to a printed page? Is it something that someone gets up and reads at an open mic? Or can it be an AR filter? Can it be a generative poem that appears, in multiple iterations, live minted by someone? Can it be, a visual reality sculpture? Can it be an immersive poetic experience that's a hybrid of tech and analog? So we really are, open to all sorts of different approaches to what this can be. And one of those, and one of the directions that's just near and dear to my heart as an AI researcher is to is to use natural language processing via our tech partners and in collaboration with with other creatives and technologists and engineers who are interested in words and text-based experimentation. But we use natural language processing, which is basically sort of a discipline that brings together linguistics and computer science and AI, and uses large language models to analyze how humans communicate, how we write, how we speak to each other, and then learns based on our patterns and word choices and associations. It learns how to sort of respond to us. So as poets, as writers, we've all found it very interesting in different ways to utilize natural language processing for creative uses, and to really look at how playing with these tools can sort of teach us about poetic creativity and how we as writers put language together. And it's just been really, I think, exciting to sort of, allow us to liberate ourselves from the idea that, a poet is someone who sits there and just writes, paper and pencil. We can use all these different tools that are at our disposal and really sort of turbocharge the poetic imagination in this way. And, we're excited to have some really exciting projects in this arena launching soon, and we'll probably talk about them at NFT.NYC. We've already got a few really exciting generative text projects that are available to read through on the website, and we'll be adding more to that section of the website, the Gen Text section, very soon as well. So look forward to chatting more about this with everyone at NFT.NYC soon.
There's so much that people could learn from you, Sasha. It's wonderful that you're part of the team and bringing strength to all that is being done at theVERSEverse. Callan, can you talk a bit about the three arms of the gallery and give some insight in terms of that?
Sure, of course. So as Anna and Sasha mentioned, Anna's, she came here from the traditional publishing world, and she's an award-winning poet. And Sasha, her specialty is the intersection of text and technology, and she works with AI and natural language processing. And I'm a conceptual poet and writer and artist, conceptual crypto writer. So we all come to the gallery with different practices and interests and passions. So we have three different arms of the gallery that kind of represents each of our own our strengths and passions. So we have the we have the pairing of crypto artists with traditional poets that we kind of onboard onto into crypto that Anna was mentioning, as she talked about earlier. And we've had some amazing poets. We've had Denise Duhamel and Guggenheim Fellows, which has been really incredible. We have some other incredible poets also that we're going to work with in soon. And then we have the conceptual poetry section. And here we're kind of exploring conceptual poetry, visual poetry. And we've had Christian Book, who is an incredible conceptual poet, and we've even had Kevin Abosh, and then we have the Gen Tech section that Sasha mentioned, where we invite traditional poets to work with AI and play around with it and discover this tool, and then pair them with an artist, a visual artist, to create multiple edition NFTs. So I think it's really interesting to have this kind of variety and to kind of explore different directions and different expressions of poetry, conceptual AI or traditional poetry, but within what poetry can do in NFTs with spoken word and visuals and giving fuller expression to poetry in that way. So yeah, those are the three sections of the VERSEverse.
Well, I could stay on here for hours and learn more from all of you, but Giselle, just for the sake of time, maybe you could give us the last word. And I'd love for you to speak directly to NFT collectors. Why should they be expanding their horizon from metaverse land and PFP projects and consider other aspects of NFTs like poetry?
Because it's fun. I think collectors should be collecting what sparks their interest. Working as the art advisor, it's like having fun with these inspirational humans here that have created this world and are expanding the avenues for all creators that are speaking through poetic words and the written word. I am very inspired by all of them. I think the artists in the space all are finding a lot of new things to learn about through the VERSEverse. One even asemic poetry type of visual. You don't even use words, that type of expansion of what we consider something that is usually very simple, which is, as Anna was saying, writing on a piece of paper, or Sasha, as far as like what technology can bring to something as simple as a feeling and a writing on paper is really beautiful and just starting to expand through the VERSEverse. It's been as far as my personal experience in the space since 2019, I've been minting as an artist, a photographer before that, artist my whole life. And being able to guide the VERSEverse into this space through the last NFT.NYC, we were able to all speak together on stage thanks to the panel that I was able to put together for the WOCA, the Women of Crypto Art, also has been around for a long time. Finding women that are creating new things in this space and expanding the avenues we can dig into and like really find something new that we could learn from that could expand our future. So I call to action, of course, it's just like collecting NFTs that are pivotal to this time in space that we are in right now, that's expanding as we're living it. Things that are being minted in this moment are epic. We're seeing such a change in NFTs and what we can express through them, through coding, through AI, through many different versions of this. Being a photographer that started as film, and then working my way to this digital world through my whole career, it's just natural to be part of this team. And I feel so thankful to be part of it and really excited to see what is to come. So here we are, going to be an NFT.NYC soon, and we're excited to speak with everybody and looking forward to it. Also, super rare spaces launching around that time too. So we have a lot going on, and this is super exciting.
Well, Anna, Sasha, Callan, and Giselle, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being part of NFT.NYC this year. And our team, we celebrate all the success you've had and the ability for us to be a part of the story. So I look forward to seeing the four of you and everyone else that you're involved in Times Square, June 20th through the 23rd. Have a very happy day.
Thank you.